I'm delighted to say we're joined by the two-time champion of the world, Gary Anderson, here at the Unicorn launch. Gary, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well. One of my favourite days of the year, this.
Well, it's a favourite day of ours because we've got you back on the podcast and one of your long-time sponsors, Unicorn. I was looking earlier trying to find out when you signed for Unicorn. I've got down here 2011, so it's a partnership that's lasted almost 15 years now.
I would say 14 or 15. Yeah,
I mean, how important have Unicorn been for you in your career?
Oh, fantastic. You know, they've, like you say, if I need anything, you know, I can phone them up and it's sorted within a few days. So, yeah, and they've looked after me for a long time now. You know, it's great. And I like I say, these launches I love because I like new things that come out. I do like tinkering with new stuff. And
Unicorn, they're still one of the biggest dart brands in the world, but you go back to when you signed for them in 2011, they were the darts brand. They had yourself, Phil Taylor, Raymond van Barneveld, Adrian Lewis, James Wade, all the big names, all part of the team. How did it feel when you first put paper to sign him for Unicorn?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I think I was dated that before, you know, but yeah, I mean, Unicorn, you know, like I say, into my eyes, we're still one of the best darts company on the go, you know, probably one of the oldest as well. You know, there's manufacturers popping out of the woodwork now, making darts here, there and everywhere, but they've been about, so, you know, companies that last for a long time have been doing things right.
Yeah, it's been a great partnership so far, and obviously when you signed with Unicorn, I think you just made your first world final. A few months later, you're picking up your first major title, the Premier League, beating Adrian Lewis, getting a bit of revenge for that final as well. What did that mean to you to get that first big title?
Oh, it was good. I mean, like I said, making the final of the World Championships, you know, that's every dart player's dream, you know, and Eddie, good friend of mine, you know, but yeah, it's good. And like you say, the amount of world champions Unicorn's had, you know, it tops a lot of them, you know, so yes, they do something right.
Certainly do. Well, the partnership with Unicorn has brought a lot of success for yourself, 2 world titles, the match play, UK Open. Do you see yourself staying with Unicorn now till the end of your career?
Well, my career's not got long to go, is it? I'm getting older by the day. Yeah, I'll no shift, you know, like I say, they've looked after me and it's great, you know, so it's nice to turn up and do these things. I said to Jack next year, any of the manufacturers that want to go anywhere and do any things in their shops and that, I'm more than welcome to go, you know, so it's going to be a busy couple of years, I think.
Well, that ties us in nicely to the next question because we talked about it off air. My day job is with Darts Corner and the people you know, Wayne and Gary Taylor, They said when you chat to Gary, don't talk to him about darts. So we're going to go away from darts and want to talk about the Land's End Fishery because you've owned it since 2020. Was that always a dream of yours to own a fishery?
Yeah, it was funny because it was actually Whitey's fault. He kind of started it off. I used to fish when I was a youngster, you know, salmon fishing, trout fishing, fly fishing. Hadn't fished for years and we were at Blackpool and we stayed out at Ribby Hall with Ian. And he says, there's a couple of lakes there. So we ended up doing a bit of fishing, enjoyed it. Next year, we've done the same, stayed at the same place, a couple of days fishing, really enjoyed it. And then ended up buying a fishing lake, you know. So, yeah, so that's the way it kind of worked, you know. Just like it, I like being out in the fresh air. You know, we do a lot of work on the fishery, you know. I spend more time working than what we do fishing. We don't get much time to fish, but yeah, I just like being out in the fresh air.
Good to hear. And 5 years in now, owning the fishery, what's it like being an owner of that? Do you enjoy running the business, and what are the best and worst parts of owning it?
It's great. You know, like I say, the peace and quiet. You're out in I like all the animals we get. We've got all the deers, the snakes, the hawks, the birds. Keeping the wildlife and the trees cut down to size it's hard work. Yeah. You know, I kind of bought it for my retirement and it's not a kind of job that you want to do when you're retired because it is hard graft, and I've got a few mates that help me out when I'm away, and it's hard work. You know, but it's good. It's rewarding at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you touched on it. I can imagine when you are fishing, it's quite a peaceful environment compared to the darts playing on the big stages, the noisy crowds. But do you still get recognised at the lakes? Darts fans turning up and saying, it's Gary Anderson over there.
Yeah, all the time. You know, some of the youngsters come on. They know the littlers. They don't know the old Gary Andersons, but yeah, it's a lot of old boys, a lot of Welsh boys come fishing. You know, Birmingham lads, just a good bunch of boys that just want to go for a good crack at a day's fishing.
And I've been told another one of your passions is classic cars. What's in the Gary Anderson garage at the minute?
Well, soon to get rid of them as well. I've got still got my RS 2000, which the last time I sat in it Rachel was expecting Ty, and Ty's 12 on his next birthday.
Blimey.
So I've not sat it for 12 years. I've got a Tickford Capri, number 2 build, which has been tucked away for about 9 years. And my brother's M3, which has been tucked away for about 9 years as well. Never seen them for ages, so yes. I need to go and see if they're still there, to be honest.
Well, back to the darts, and I wanted to mention Jamie Harvey, another Scottish darts pioneer who sadly passed away a few weeks ago. He was part of the players that formed the PDC as it is now.
Yeah.
Do you have any memories? Did you ever come across Jamie on the
Some
tour?
boy, you know, he was always the life and soul of the party. You know, you'd always hear Jamie before you see him. Just a great character, very good dart player in his era. And he's sadly missed.
And another player who's a little character in his own right, Mitchell Laurie, just 14 years of age. He's winning some big WDF titles. We had him on the podcast a few weeks ago, and he was a great character, really come across really well. Have you come across him yet?
I've met him, yeah. We met him up. We've done an exhibition up in Scotland, one of the December matches, I think it was. Nice lad, like I say, great talent, and he's doing well. You know, he's going to be a force to reckon with in the next few years. Well, he's a force to reckon with now at 14, so watch out, lads. Yeah,
Scottish darts in very good hands with him. And a couple to finish up, we'll get back to the darts. And I know a lot of darts fans want to see you lifting the major silverware again. I was in the crowd at the Grand Slam semi-finals last year, that epic game that you had with Luke Littler. I mean, when you come off stage, obviously you're disappointed that you've lost, but to push Luke that close, did you feel like that major's not far away?
Yeah, I mean, I was all right when I came off stage, you know, but I was 4 legs up. And I know I should never lose for being 4 legs up. You know, there was a chance that I made a mess of something. I can't remember what I was on, but I went, don't go that way. And I went that way. I should never have done it. And I was kicking myself for a bit afterwards. But no, like I say, it was just a great game to be involved with. You know, one of the youngest and one of the oldest. So yes, it was good. You know, people think it was going to be a walkover for Luke, but you know me, I'm quite stubborn now and again. And if I can get my teeth into a game, it's going to be a good one. Yeah,
it's a classic. Shame there had to be a loser in that one. And lastly, Ali Pali coming up in December. It's going to be the biggest world championship yet. £1 million to the winner. 128 player field. Obviously, you made your world championship debut back at the Lakeside 20 plus years ago. I think this is going to be your 25th world championship. Did you ever think darts would get as big as it is now?
No. You know, starting off with the pub game and then into Super League counties, and then the BDO tournaments, and then on to coming across the PDC, and the way darts is involved and the size it's got. You know, it's not just in Britain now, it's everywhere, absolutely everywhere, which is fantastic because it's great for the game, great for the sport. You know, like I said before, with Luke coming on, we've brought a new generation of dart players in. You know, if I do an exhibition now, because before I used to play all the adults, now it's kids from 6-year-old to 16. Kids everywhere enjoying it, and it's a good game for him to play. My son plays it. You know, his maths is brilliant. He needs to learn a bit more English. He's not doing too well on that, but he's some boy. But yeah, it's just that it's huge. That's the only way you can say it. It's absolutely huge.
Well, Gary, absolute pleasure to sit down and chat with you. Wish you all the best, not just for Ali Pali, but everything else that's to come in 2025 as well.
Thank you very much. Cheers, thank you.
Good man. Thank you very much for the time.
Adios.